At the end of last year, we had the opportunity to sit in the courtroom with a young woman who testified against her trafficker. She was the first client that we had opened since we got the grant funding for the Department of Justice.
Her face was all bruised and beat up, and all she wanted to do was to find a safe place to go. After 3.5 years of waiting for this trial to come to an end, Carrie asked that I accompany her to the sentencing, where she was going to be able to give testimony to let the judge know the impact that this crime had on her life. As I stood next to her, I could feel her body shaking as she spoke to the judge and turned and looked directly at her trafficker.
I tried not to look his way, but the way I was sitting in the chair, and it was kind of like faced, and he's right there, and his lawyer's right here. I did, like, courageously look right at him. Said like, basically what he did to me is, gonna scar me for life. It felt like a sense of strength, but it was scary at the same time, but it was closure. I just wanted him to know the damage that he's doing to women. I remember like my jaw just shaking. I'm like, I've never been that nervous. I was like cold, but I wasn't cold. I was just like shaking, like literally. It was a lot.
It was really powerful to be in the sentencing and see how the judge spoke to this young woman's strength and how she stood up for herself. Seeing her trafficker there, who in the past has exerted power and control on her, has done really awful things to her, and now that was her turn to see him there. I think this is a perfect example of people, organizations, and different providers working together on helping the clients in their process of healing and recovery. I like seeing how law enforcement, justice system, healthcare providers, mental health, and community putting their efforts together.
Being connected to the community is huge. I think for any survivor, I think it's vital. Now that I've healed and see that there is a community and I'm part of the community, I'm like, wow, there's like a whole other side to life.
Over the past 4 years, Carrie has grown to be an incredibly powerful survivor and leader. She is speaking out about the issue of trafficking in hopes to help people understand the issue and also to help other survivors to come forward.
Like, maybe I'm going through this and went through this so I can help other people.
She has been able to move forward from her experience and has been able to advocate for herself and other people who've experienced similar things as herself. She has been a huge motivator for other clients that we work with also in the community who see her as this big aura of strength for people who've experienced trafficking.
I try to do as much outreach or educating the public or going to speak at the State House, anything and everything I can do to stay involved. Now I'm president of Survivor Speaks. I graduated Hope Rising. I've appealed all my stuff for college so I can get back into college. I've got 2 beautiful boys, back to no sleep. Jay's 3 months, Tristan's 2. I've met a really good man. I started making my own earrings at Hope Rising for a trade. So it's really just work, eat, sleep, and being a mom and soon to be a wife, and just really doing the family thing and making sure our kids have the life that we never had.